Hello, it's Chris. I came down to buy some bread. We have a family gathering today and we are going to celebrate Easter with my family. And this is a wonderful time. Really enjoy being with them. We have a couple of hours where everyone is concentrating on the other, and we kind of lighten up and try to have a good time. And this is wonderful. So the people are really important in our life, and in these few words that I'm going to talk about here, I'm not concentrating on Ravencoin or the blockchain or whatever. I'm just talking about relationships and how you can find the right people into your life, and what is important to be aware when you get closer to someone. And in some sense it's similar in case of business. It's not just by people but also businesses, and even it reflects what's going on in the blockchain world as well. So there are several blockchain systems and they are not the same. They have all their characteristics, and these characteristics determine actually the people they bring in, and also the outcome in some cases, I think. So just going back to the original topic, people and characters, because I was thinking through who is going to be there today in the meeting or in this family gathering where we try to enjoy our time together. And everyone has a characteristic, and if as you go through life you meet a lot of people, and everyone has his own character, and it's very difficult to judge someone. I mean, to be clear who this person is, it takes time and practice and awareness. And I think it's very important to have the right friends in your life, because friendship is sometimes stronger than membership of the family. Like the friends you collect around you, they are there even in situations where you would not allow someone from the family to join. And the characteristic of these people are key here, and the characteristic of you is a key as well. And actually the characteristic of Ravencoin is also very important. That what is the character of this coin? What does it represent? How does it connect to the world? When they do something, when this community does something, what are they doing? And this is important when you meet someone as well, because there are some toxic people in the world, and you have to be able to recognize these people and don't let them into your life, because toxic people, they have grown up as you, and they have their own strategies, and they know how to be charming and nice and get involved in your life, and then they have their roots in your life. And if someone has his or her roots in your life, then it's very difficult to handle it without emotion. And you have to be aware and careful whom you let into your life, because if the toxic people get into your life or into your business, then it's very difficult to get them out, because you are emotionally involved. So having the right habits in this sense is also important. I mean that you I think one thing is that you don't need to so you have to see behind the curtain. What do they do? Not what people say, but what do they do? Because this is one indicator of their character, or you can know the other person by checking what are they doing, not what they are saying. And if something comes up which is not kind or not nice, or sometimes the person is shouting, let's say, extremely, then you have to be very careful how you handle these events. I mean, you have to consider, is this good for me? What if this person does it with me? And how would I react? Is it tolerable for me or is it not? And just before you let these people into your life, you have to be clear who these people are. So be careful, try to understand the people you are working with, or the friends you have. And I think it's important to choose the right friends. And the characteristic of these friends and people and companies, and even the characteristic of the blockchain is highly important, because you are involved. You are part of it. You are if you decide, okay, I'm going with the Ravencoin blockchain, then you are committed. It's like a relationship. So mainly, this is what I wanted to say. And there are certain characteristics of what you are looking for, or what you should look for, my opinion. And this is just my opinion. For example, one that is kind, a person who is really kind. You can rely on him. They are always there, and you see this in the Ravencoin community as well. That people are really kind, especially those whom I met. Some of them are regularly in the space, in Twitter, and I see how they talk about themselves, their families, and their life. And this is wonderful. So I really enjoy the characteristics of these people and their habits, because habits are determining our future. So if you have good habits, then you can project this in 10 years or 20 years in the future, and the habits are going to create a person. And this is what I teach to my daughter as well. Like when she meets someone, she should be careful how deep she lets this person into her life. For example, if she has a problem or she falls down from the tree, who is the one who goes there? Who is the one who is always the first there, and who is kind, and she or he is never aggressive with her? Because these are the friends, and who is smart and careful and caring about the other. And because these are the friends you need. I mean, these are the characteristics. And I think now that it's Easter, I think it's a good idea to have some time for yourself and think through this. Go through your family. Okay, we cannot change our family. We are born in a family and we belong to this group, and this is good because you have to be able to handle or work together with people who are difficult. This is a skill which you have to learn. But by choosing a friend, for example, it is your choice, or a wife or a husband. It's your choice, and if you make the wrong choice, for the long run, it could destroy even your life. So be careful whom you let in. I think it worth also to reflect this then in your friends. So not just the family, but the friends. Who are my friends? Do they support me? Do they accept me as I am? And there is always time to find good and new friends. And for me, I'm very lucky because I have an extremely good friend and some friends are all of my friends are different, but but this guy is I can always rely on him. And if you and many times those people who come to you are actually similar to you. They resonate with you. So maybe the first thing is to think through your character, who I am, which are my strengths, which are my drawbacks. Am I a good friend for others? Can they rely on me? And and being honest with what you don't like in yourself is also very useful. It's really useful when you face your weaknesses, or you face the things that you don't like in yourself, or you don't think that people like in you. I think when there is holiday time and we can take a few minutes or few hours on thinking through these kind of things, then you can polish yourself. You can be much better as a community member, as a husband or wife, or a friend. And this is a growth process, and not just Ravencoin is constantly growing, but we as well. And if we are caring about how we grow and how we direct these changes. And I know that habits are very strong and it's difficult to break habits, but if you do a daily small changes in your life, especially in a way that you first concentrate on one area. Okay, for 1 month I'm concentrating always every day a little bit on this, that I don't do this or I do that, and that has a huge effect. And I think this is something which we all need to do regularly to get better, because then we can serve better our community or our company or a family or a friendship as well. So these were my thoughts, and changing habits is a tough thing. You need to have another habit which you build up in the same time, so it takes over the place of the bad habits. For example, I have a friend, not very close friends, we are not very close nowadays. When I was a kid, we've been very good friends, and he went into drugs, for example. I mean, I could not follow him in this path. It was completely not my world, but I know how he suffered, and he never told me. Someone else told me what's going on, who is our common friend, and for example, he get off from this. I mean, he is not addicted anymore, or maybe addicted, but he built up a new habit, and his new habit was running, and he's running every day, and this is how he can keep himself away. And this sport is really helpful. So if you are not into sport, I think it's a great thing to start at the springtime, a new sport which could be fun. And and one more thing, I mean, in my family, I see the other thing that I wanted to talk about is your relationship to time. Your relationship to time, because I see also in the community that some people are very impatient, like, oh, why is the price of Ravencoin not moving, and how it's just going down, and things like this. And honestly, time is so funny, because this is a concept in our mind. It's not existing in the universe. It's a timeless mass which is morphing, and time is just this. I mean, this is time in your head, and your relationship to time is important. And I see in my family different ways how they relate to time. And what is very funny, because my My younger brother, my older brother, and my stepfather, they have a special relationship to time because they do things that they love to do. So they work in a field where what they love. My younger brother is an artist. He's a very famous artist, and he's passionate about this. My older brother is a sport car engineer, and he's passionate about this. And when they work, it's not really work. It's just like having fun and doing something great. And my stepfather is an author. He's a Pulitzer Prize author. He's very good in this, and he's over 80, and he works, I don't know, 8-10 hours a day still, because it's his passion. It's like and when you ask him about his work, he's like, oh yeah, and then this and this, and he's like 20, like someone who is 25 years old and passionate about a woman, for example. And this guy is talking about writing in a way that it's, you see that the time is irrelevant, and they don't get really old inside, because there is something which drives them and something which they are passionate about. And my best friend is passionate about his family and about his work. He's an architect, and I'm absolutely amazed on how these people relate to time, because they don't think in weeks or months. They are thinking long term, and the time actually in their case is not even exist. When they are working, they are in a constant joy, and it's important for you and for me as well to find a place where you can have this feeling, because that's the place which is showing, these are the times which show that you are on the place where you really live, and where you really give your best, or where you feel that you are on the right place. And these are the fields where you can move things. And I think even in the community, maybe there are things that you would like to do but you never tried. Try it, and if you feel a kind of pull to an area, being in, I don't know, trying to write something, or create a product, or draw something, then you should do it, and you should try it just for and without extra expectation that you think, okay, I have to be the best. But if you are there with passion, then this kind of relationship of time is going to be formed in you as well, that you enjoy the time when you do this, and you can accomplish more, and you can achieve great things in this way. Because I see all the results of these family members of mine, and this is the key. I think this is the key. And even in our community, if you find your niche, how do you call this, niche, or you find your edge, then you can give even more to the people who are in the Ravencoin community. So I hope this was useful. You can think about this, give your opinion, and happy Easter for everyone. Goodbye.